Bonjour mon petit chef de Amber here, and welcome to part 2 of my May reading vlog. I cut the vlog in half to make it shorter basically, so here it is. I will warn you that there's not a lot of actual reading in this part of the vlog, so proceed with caution, I guess. Okay, today is Sunday, May 19th. The last Game of Thrones Sunday. I have 10 minutes until the last episode of Game of Thrones comes on. And honestly, I have such mixed feelings, and like it feels so like bittersweet because this season, that's all I'll say. But nevertheless, this is like one of my favorite shows, and it's about to be over, so that's really sad. So see you in 10 minutes. Oh, not this countdown though. Oh, my Sunday. Oh. Oh no. Blast this theme song one last time for the homies. One last time. Oh, they didn't even do like this slow intro. Alright. Cut to the chase. Na 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 na. Oh. Hi, so I've started reading The Library of Fates by Aditi Karana, and I'm only 19 pages into it, but I'm really enjoying it thus far. I've already been like drawn in. I'm already getting emotionally attached to the characters, especially Arjun, but I feel like I'm really gonna like him as a character, and I just thought I'd let you know. Also, like I said, the last clip was the last episode of Game of Thrones. I don't want to talk about the finale. I'd like to pretend it didn't happen, if I'm being honest. So that's where I'm at today. Okay, so this is fun. I just started another short story in the group book, A Thousand Beginnings and Endings, and the main character of this book and the main character of this book have the same name, so that's really funny to be reading two stories at one time with main characters with the same name, Amrita. So that's all I wanted to say. Now I'm going to go back to watching As Told by Kenya in this ever ongoing beauty tube drama. Great. No, I lied. The main character's mom is named Amrita. Still, regardless, it was really funny because I had just put this book down.
This is a legal alert for users of Roundup Weed Killer. Roundup Weed Killer has been designated as a probable...
Hello, I don't know what my hair looks like right now, but I don't actually care. I've just started watching Pose, and I'm obsessed. I am just starting episode 2, and I love it so much. But I just finished reading the story, I think it's called Still Star-Crossed, by Sona Charipotra. Sona Charipotra. I can't speak. Sona Charipotra. I'm pretty sure that's wrong, and I'm sorry. But I am obsessed with this story, and I just said obsessed so many times in such a short amount of time, and I cannot believe that it's not a full novel. Let me not do that. I need to know how this story plays out. I need to know the end of the story. This needs to be a full novel. Yeah, I'm not gonna obviously tell you too much what it's about, but basically like the main character, without giving too much away, she meets this guy who insists that they know each other, that they've met before, and she doesn't understand why she doesn't know him, but she feels drawn to him, and just I need this. How do I petition for this to be a full book? Is it too late for that to be a thing? I really enjoy reading this, all of these. First of all, we know that I'm a sucker for you. I'm a sucker for a retelling, first and foremost. And so like I'm really interested now to go look into all of these myths and legends that are retold in the book, and just like really study them and find more. I love me some myths and folklore. Hello, good afternoon. I'm yelling because there's a bus, but we are currently waiting for Mega. As you can see, this is the line for Mega Bus from New York. Yes. And yeah, we are going to New York. You're welcome. To see No Room in Brooklyn. So this is about. I don't even know if you're in the shot. Probably not.
Headed back to first of all, I'm on the bus headed to Boston. I had to come down here. That is what you need. You speak about stuff is true.
Boston is the American side. Boston is New York for BookCon, so. Good afternoon. It is much later, and currently in the process to go to the concert. The weddings is on, so just like home, we're about to get some lunch and coffee because I am not functioning very well right now. I realize this is my third time in Boston, and I've yet to see anything of Boston that wasn't a concert but venue in a hotel room. So I'm gonna do my makeup soon, and then the next time you'll see me, I'll probably be a lot more presentable.
Just remembered how it ended, and I'm like emotional and gonna cry, so I'm gonna pick up Morningstar this year, and with any luck I'll pick up the next 2 books that are in the following series because I'm very curious to see what those follow. Oh, this next book is one that I'm actually so excited for. It is kind of different from all the other books on my list. I don't know, but it's gonna be Circe by Madeline Miller.
morning. I was cuter like a second ago before I took my lashes off. But I just got in from quite the eventful evening. And I'm going to try to catch a quick nap before we have to leave.
You're on the right side.
This trip is crumbling. Hello. So today is the 31st of May, which means it's the final day of May. I almost said June. And I'm sure you can tell by all of this that the last 24 hours have been stressful, to say the least. Hectic is another word. I don't even know what the lighting's like. I can barely hold this up. So quick rundown, because I don't know if, hold on, let me turn this down.
Okay. Look how pretty that is in the back, too. What do you think?
I don't know. The filming that I've been doing on this trip was supposed to be for the start of my June vlog / my BookCon vlog. So I'm currently in Boston, Massachusetts, and I came up here yesterday. Well, I left Wednesday night, got here at 5 o'clock yesterday morning to go see the 1975 on their US tour. The show was great. The 1975 were magnificent, and honestly, the crowd was great too. I think it's because the Agganis Arena separates the pit, so it's not just everybody shoving and pushing against each other, and it was just really chill. And anyway, and then from here, I was supposed to leave this morning to go down to New York for BookCon, which is tomorrow and Sunday. And I was going to leave on Monday. But I'm laughing, but I want to cry. On the way here, my mom, she found out when we got here. She lost it. That's rude. My mom lost her insulin on the way up. My mom is diabetic. Has been diabetic since she was 7 years old. She lost her insulin, and her blood sugar was rising throughout the day, and she was trying to manage it. Called her primary care doctor back in Philly, and they were supposed to have her prescription sent up here. There is a CVS across the street from our hotel, so she could just pick it up and things would be fine, balance itself out and be fine. So that we left for the concert, still waiting for the prescription to come in. And then we went through the whole concert. It was great, like I said. But the night ended up with her in the, what's it called? At the concert venues, the little emergency. I can't think right now. While I was getting this, I look around and she's gone, and she was in the little room. And long story short, she had to be rushed to the hospital last night from the concert because her blood sugar was so high that you couldn't get a reading on the glucometer. So that was last night. And so first and foremost, can you explain to me how you have a diabetic in your emergency room and you know that they're there and the goal is to bring down their blood sugar, and we're still waiting 3 hours for you to start insulin and the fluid drip? So what they were concerned about is the DKA, which is diabetic ketoacidosis. They had to do blood work to make sure that the high blood sugar didn't turn into that. Long story short, it did. So we didn't find that out though until my mom called them in to get discharged because we had to get to New York. You know, I had the hotel reservation. I had stuff to do tonight before BookCon tomorrow. So, and she told them, you know, discharge me as soon as I get to New York. I'll go to the hospital there. So, you know, obviously they suggested against it, and but we were gonna do the plan, and then we had missed or were about to miss our bus to New York, but with Bolt, as long as you have a ticket and it's within the same day, you can sometimes they'll let you on the next bus, like as a standby. So we were going to do that. We've done that several times with Bolt Bus. With Mega, they charge you to do that, but we've done it with Mega Bus also. Anyway, so when we got back here, we were supposed to start, you know, packing up. I fell asleep because I didn't sleep on the bus ride up here. So we left at 10:55 Wednesday night. Got here at 5 o'clock in the morning. I think I had an hour's sleep on the bus. And then I had maybe 4 hours of sleep once we got here before I got up and started getting ready. So I'm working on like 4.5 hours of sleep. So we got back to the hotel and I dozed off, woke up, still unpacked, and my mom's gotten like sick again. Oh, I didn't tell you, by the time we left, her blood sugar had come back down to almost normal, to the point where she's had it around that number and has been able to function normally. And so like she's sick and I'm panicking because I'm like, okay, there's no way that you can get on a bus to New York, like a 3-4 hour bus ride to New York like this, and I can't go by myself. So you have to go back to the hospital like now. So yeah, we had to call Expedia and have my reservation for New York transferred to the hotel we were already staying in for the allotted time that we were going to be in New York, because right now my mom just left in the ambulance to go back to the ER. They're probably going to admit her to the hospital and keep her for God knows how long. So my mom's in the hospital, BookCon's canceled for me, and so looking forward to it. I've been waiting for this for an entire year. I came up here with 2 suitcases full of books I wanted to get signed. I had like some of my most anticipated book, like the ARCs dropping, like the sequel to Girls of Paper and Fire, Kingdom of Souls. I think The Beautiful Witches of Neatia's new book. I think there's an arc for that. The arcs for that are dropping. There's something else. Also just saw that the sequel to Sweet Black Waves by Christina Perez the arc for that is dropping at BookCon, and I'm just, there's so much I wanted to do. You know, my faves are going to be there. I hadn't gotten an autograph for Tommy, but I obviously planned to see her at panels and stuff. I was finally going to meet Renee at the end and get her to sign my copy of The Wrath of the Dawn. I brought candle gifts up for Susan Dennard and Natasha and Nick Stone. So I'm just a lot of things right now. Also, I just took my makeup off after wearing it for 24 hours. I'm about to eat for the first time in 24 hours. I had leftover coffee from yesterday that I took out of the refrigerator that I wanted to have, but that's frozen. I don't know why the fridge is up that high, but I will say, on the bright side, that this hotel, the Hyatt Place in Braintree, the staff are excellent. The ladies who were working at the front desk are sweethearts, so 10 out of 10 recommend. I don't know. Also, the hospital, the ER last night was, first fun fact about me, I have a lot of like health anxiety, and I also have like a lot of anxiety triggered by hospitals, like being in hospitals. I think that's a lot to do with, like, I've spent a lot of time in ERs, not for myself, but like with my mom and just with other family members. I spent a lot of time in hospitals because, I'm not going to go into that right now. But, so, like, I'm already stressing, and, what was I? I'm already stressing, and then the doctor that was attending my mom was, I don't want to call him a douchebag, but like, he just had this air about him that, I can't. And he's just like, he's like also like this like detachment and just sort of like going through like doing the steps but not really taking the patients into consideration, as well as like there was this lady, I don't even know what she was in for, but the whole time I was there she was like crying about wanting help, and she wanted to be admitted, I guess, to the hospital so she could properly talk to a doctor. They refused to do it. Long story short, security had to remove her, but like the way the doctors were treating her was awful, but the nurses were all lovely, were all nice. Anyway, I didn't mean to go into this whole long dramatic debacle. I just wanted to I wanted to close my May reading vlog, but as far as the Asian readathon goes, I did finish reading The Library Fates right before we left. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of more hopes for it, and I liked it more towards the beginning of the book. As I got more into it, after I finished it and I just kind of sat with my thoughts, there were a lot of things I could pick out that bothered me. I didn't like that all of her relationships seemed, Amrita's relationships seemed sort of like inconsequential, and like there's no substance to them. They were just kind of there. Literally all the relationships, they just seemed like she needed friends or she needed a love interest to make a story go along. Also, just like some of the big points of the story didn't seem necessary, didn't seem to drive the story, didn't seem to fit. Oh, that dress is really pretty. Sorry, the dress is on. I feel like this book could have benefited from a sequel. But I mean, as I start in the beginning, I was like, ooh, I like this. This kind of has like it's not like The Wrath in the Dawn, but like at first I had like that feel like it. But I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, but I'm gonna say like 3.5 out of 5 stars. I definitely, it's better. I think even though I didn't love it. I do think it's very underrated. There are other books that are very popular and hyped that are not as good as this book. But so I started reading The Beast Player by Naoko Uehashi. I'm not that far into it. I wanted to read it on the bus, but all the lights were turned off, and I didn't want to be that person on the dark megabus that has just their bright light on at 11 o'clock at night. So since I'm here by myself and I have nothing else to do, I'm probably going to try to spend my last day of the Asian Readathon at least putting a dent into this. I'm also listening to Legendary, which is technically a reread for me. I want to, like I did when Legendary came out, I listened to Caraval to prepare for it. So now I'm listening to Legendary to go into finale. And I also have a ton of books with me, but to read, because this is what I wanted to read with me. I wanted to have with me to read at BookCon. We Have the Flame by Hafsa Faisal, which is like one of my top anticipated books reads of the year. So I have that with me that I'll probably pick up tomorrow. I'm so hungry. I have my mom's unfinished burrito bowl because that's what we had yesterday before we left for the concert, and because like her blood sugar was shooting up, she didn't really eat any of it, so that's what I'm about to eat. Anyway, I'll see you later.
That were inspired by real life events and breaking down all of the real life events that transpired and therefore inspired that popular horror film. Today we are going to be diving into Amityville Horror and the Amityville Horror House. Now, both the Amityville Horror novel and the Amityville Horror films were inspired by the experiences of the Lutz family.
Okay, so that is the end for real this time of May. It's now almost halfway through June and I'm just ending this vlog. Past 2 weeks have been stressful to say the least, but thank you for watching if you did. While I didn't meet all of my goals for the Asian Readathon, I did enjoy taking part in this readathon, and I will come back with all of my more collected, coherent thoughts soon. I will hopefully be filming my wrap up finally tomorrow. So once again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All my places are down below so you can follow me and I'll follow you back, and I'll see you very soon.